Here with Coach Knight after the first scrimmage of fall camp, about to head to Camp Barstow, eat some watermelon, nice hot day. Give me your overall impressions, both sides of the ball, first scrimmage of the year.
Well, you know, Josh, going into camp for the first couple of days, I thought we looked like a pretty good football team, but, you know, you really can't answer that question until you get in full pads and get to running around and knocking the crap out of each other. Really, that's when you find out what you got, and today we found out what we are, and I truly believe we are a pretty good football team.
When you say pretty good football team, we looked at the defense, #1 in the nation in pass defense last year, 3 picks today from all sorts of different positions. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, yeah, you know, as a head coach, you love to see that from your defense, but then you say, okay, what's the problem with the offense? But Taylor McDonald made a great pick early. And it was a great break. I think it was the right throw by the quarterback. It was there, but Taylor just made an unbelievable play. That's the kind of player he is. And it turned out being a pick 6, and that set the tone for the defense the rest of the day. You know, you got a tip here and a tip there, and the ball goes in the right place for the defense. You know, that's working hard and it bouncing your way. So I'm looking at it. Defense, I felt like they had a great day. They flew around. Offensively, I feel like we might have a little more talent out there on the offensive side of the ball, but today the defense rose to the occasion.
Speaking of the offense, looked like they came on a little bit more as the scrimmage went, got a little bit more in rhythm. And then in the short field drill, it seemed like they really excelled compared to the beginning. What do you think was the improvement between the beginning and the end of just 2 hours of a scrimmage?
Well, I think timing. Once you've been out there and you've had a couple of snaps and you know that it's wide open and everybody's coming to knock you out, that kind of thing. The timing of it takes a little while, especially early in camp like this. And you know, it just stands to reason when you've got 90 yards to go for a touchdown, or you got 20 yards to go for a touchdown, you've got a better chance for success. And as we got closer, as expected, the offense did better. It's supposed to work that way.
And then talk a little bit about both the offensive and defensive lines. We've been saying all summer that that's where our strength's going to be. It looked like when it was ones-on-ones, that was one of the best battles we saw all day.
Oh, there's no question. I mean, when you look at guys like, Jalen Hunter and Squarewell and Brett Borders, upperclassmen, guys that started here for 3 years, and then you go to the other side, you got all conference, and you just guys all over the place that we've been winning with for years, and now it's finally senior season for that crowd. You know, we might have all the talent in the world at receiver or quarterback or tailback or linebacker, that kind of thing. We are going to ride the backs of the offense and defensive line all the way to the end of the season.
Our last preseason scrimmage will be on Wednesday night. What are some things you think we definitely need to improve on in between now and then in a short amount of time?
Well, I would like to see us polish up the special teams at this point. We've done a good job with it, but we've got to turn up the heat with that. We've got to cut the roster down. We're actually, in my opinion, right now dealing with too many kids on the special teams. Everybody wants a seat on the bus, and I love that attitude, but it's hard to get 180 ready for the first game. Wednesday, we're going to have to cut it back and say, okay, this is the crowd we're going to work with. Let's find out of this crowd right here, do we have the right people in the right seats on the bus?
It's shorter than a game week in between Saturday and Wednesday, plus you've got freshmen going through orientation stuff. Classes starting on Tuesday. Is it going to be tough to change a lot of stuff in between in so little time?
Not really. I don't think so, because we're not really going to rely on that many people in that young crowd. Maybe 1 or 2 freshmen that might find their way on the bus. Really, right now, it's trying to decide what upperclassmen we're going to take and which ones aren't going to make the cut to make it. You know, that's a tough thing to do as a coach, too, because these kids have been with us for a while. We've won with them. I love them. I hate to start off on the road because I feel like I'm disappointing some of them by leaving them behind. I wish we could take the whole crowd, but there's just no way we can make that happen.
We've talked a little bit about OL, DL, linebackers. Who are some guys in what kind of gets referred to as the skill positions that stood out to you today?
Braxton Ivory, a wildcat kind of guy. He could start for us at quarterback. He could start for us at slot receiver. He could start for us at tailback. That kid on offense today was the spark. There's no doubt about it.
All right, Coach. Well, we look forward to talking to you after the Wednesday scrimmage. Enjoy Camp Barstow.
Thank you, Josh. We appreciate it.